is Scott Jordan, and I'm doing my persuasive speech on the importance of music in schools. I'd like to start off with a story about a young fourth grader named Alberto. He sits in class stressed, unable to focus, spends most of his time daydreaming because he just simply doesn't understand the coursework. Then Alberto finds music. And Alberto says, music has helped me remember things and helps me focus, and it allows me to express myself. So in my speech, what I want to persuade you into believing is all the different uses in the brain that reflect music and rhythm and keeping time, and how that rolls over into helping students with learning. In schools, the main reason that music gets cut is mostly because of budget. But it's very important to keep music because it helps students with learning and excelling in other areas. Children ages 2 to 9, music helps with their language and development because children love to repeat things. If you ever notice, like little kids, they'll just repeat things, and they normally repeat it in a musical rhythm. Dr. Nina Cross, director at Northwestern University, published with 2 years of sustained music education, students maintain standardized reading and assessment scores. And their peers that had no music education marked losses over the same amount of time as those students. Now I'm going to go into talking about the importance of music and the effect it has on helping students. One of the main problems that we have with students is getting them to focus and allowing them the opportunity to express themselves, and music is a great tool with that. Teachers are always looking for ways to spark interest in students. And if you look on the diagram here, I'm not fully sure if you can see it real well, but it shows all the different parts of the brain. You have your corpus callosum, the motor cortex, prefrontal cortex. In each of these different parts of the brain, you'll see that there's music, and that's what connects it all together. The corpus callosum here connects left and right hemispheres. The motor cortex is for movement, foot tapping, dancing, and playing an instrument. Prefrontal cortex, creation and expectations, violation and satisfaction of expectations. Emotional reactions to music. So like in all these different parts, music really can affect each part of the brain. Glenn Schellenberg from the University of Toronto published that 6-year-olds who took voice and piano lessons had an increase in IQ levels. And Dr. Eric Ramsden says that children who learn and play an instrument use more of their brain than non-musicians. And this is why, because there's so many parts of the brain that go with remembering music, playing music. One way that we can really fix the problem is getting involved in different organizations. If you really believe in music and you believe in the ability that it will help students to learn more, there are organizations like this, VH1 Save the Music. And all that is an organization where you put money into it, and then that money goes out to the schools to help build up those music programs. In my conclusion, I just wanted to say, imagine a world without music. A world where you couldn't express yourself, where you had no rhythm or dancing or anything that music moves. And also, keeping time, learning notes and keys and rhythms. All these things transgress into music. And one thing I found really interesting interesting was Christopher Johnson, professor of music education and music therapy at the University of Kansas, said schools with good music programs scored 22% higher in English and 20% higher in math, as opposed to schools with little or no music programs at all. Then these are my references. We have www.pbs.org, www.education.com, reference article for important reasons, including music, www.spiritofharmony.org, http serendip by brianmarr.edu, http www.etmla.org, http cgonline.com, www.vh1savethemusic.org, www.education.com, and then http home.messiah.edu. And I just wanted to, say again that I feel like music is really important, and it has proven that listening to classical music like Mozart has really boosted IQ levels, even if just a few points. I think it's worth it. And allowing kids that opportunity to express themselves in music, I believe, is one of the most important things. And in music, there's such math and memorization and remembering. And when you play music, you learn to use different parts of your brain that you don't always use. And that's what helps it to roll over, and that's what makes you better. That's what helps you at math. That's what helps you at reading and memorization and remembering those things. So I just believe that music is a very important tool. Just like with Alberto, it was very important for him because he was a daydreamer. He couldn't focus. And those are the creative types. Those are the ones that want to do music and make things creative, but they also want to excel at school. So allowing them to express that, learn to use different parts of their brain, that's what makes them better students. Thanks.